Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Manage the Wild. I'm your host, Nick Madsen. Just got a news article sent to me that was done about 2 hours ago. It's about a man here in northern Utah who thought he would take a little trip up the canyon, do some snowboarding, and he ended up getting more excitement than he bargained for. He wanted to go backcountry snowboarding, hopped off the lift, stepped off the backside, and as he started down through, he said a cougar jumped at him. He took his snowboard and was able to defend himself. Let's take a listen to see what he has to say. Here we go.
I saw a mountain lion.
And he says it pounced. He swung his snowboard in defense, knocking it back.
It kind of got me on the neck when it was pouncing. Just tiny bit, just grazed it. Nothing piercing the skin.
And his jacket arm, too.
It ripped it up a good bit.
But Duffy says the cat wasn't done, coming at him again.
Just took my board and was just protecting its mouth, just not letting the mouth get to me and just pushing it back.
He eventually got some distance and ran off, later boarding down the mountain. He says the roughly 7-foot-long cat didn't look well.
What a crazy story. To be able to come across something like that. You expect a nice day on the slopes and you end up coming face to face with a cat, a cougar. Having been in a situation with cougars myself, what a terrifying thing that it is. The interesting part about this story is he was backcountry snowboarding by himself, so he was alone. Oftentimes, if you're going to do an activity like that, it is recommended that you take multiple people. Not because of cougars, but because of avalanches or other possible problems that you could face when you are backcountry snowboarding. So when you are out in cougar country snowboarding, have somebody else with you. That could possibly be helpful. There is another website I'm going to take you to that in wildlife we often recommend people go to. This is called wildawareutah.org. You can go up here to be aware, and it covers a lot. If you have baby birds that have fallen out of nests, to moose or mule deer or even cougars, click on cougars and it's going to tell you everything you need to know about cougars, cougar habitat, what they eat, what they like to feed on, how to prevent incidents with cougars, preventing conflicts while recreating. But this is the one we're going to talk about. If you encounter a cougar, so stop. Don't run, because if you run, you look exactly like their prey. Me, I look like a fat mule deer running downhill. Like, it looks at me and it's like I could feed forever. Just stuff you under a nice tree and I'll come back and eat you. Yeah, the visions of Twinkies and ho-hos bouncing in its head is what it would see if it saw me. Make sure you look them dead in the eye so they know that you see it. They know that you know that they know. Pick up your children, pick up your pets, keep them very close. Most of the time, if you do have children around you or small pets, they are looking at them as the food and maybe not necessarily you. Stand up tall, get as big as you possibly can. Do not crouch or squat. Don't make yourself look small or scared. Make yourself look bigger, raising up, waving your arms or a jacket above your head. If you have a blanket, hold it out wide. Make yourself just look massive. Talk firmly and loud with a loud voice. Back away slowly, leave the area. Whenever I think of talk firmly with a loud voice, back away slowly, I keep thinking of that dude that's on YouTube. He's on a trail in Utah and he's backing away and the cougar just keeps coming at him. He didn't take off running. He just kept eye contact with the cougar, kept backing down. He used a lot of strong words that I don't use on this podcast, but I probably do when I drive. You know, just talk to the way you would talk to a Utah driver, very firmly, using a lot of extra words, whatever. Fight back if you're attacked. Protect your head and neck. The dude said it came at his neck a little bit, did get his arms. And then if you are aggressive enough, this is my favorite, the cougar will probably flee. Let's just be hopeful that it does flee. The number of times that I've seen cougars in the wild is I can count on one hand. Oftentimes they see you before you see them. But the one key that I want to point on or talk about here is he was by himself in the backcountry. And I see a lot of people who go hiking. I myself go hiking a lot of the times by myself, but I always carry some type of protection, whether it's a firearm, bear spray, whatever. The one thing that I see a lot of people of now versus 10, 15 years ago is headphones. Everybody's got their earbuds in, their AirPods in, their big headphones. They are listening to a book, a podcast, music, whatever, and they are not necessarily aware of the surroundings that's going on around them. Um, my biggest concern, usually when I'm in the backcountry, is not running into a bear or a cougar. It's more about running into a moose. They just are finicky. It's kind of like a hippo. You're just waiting for that freight train to hit you. So when you are walking, I have a hard enough time hearing anything around me because of my breathing. But if you had AirPods in and you're listening to music, you have no idea what's going on, the surroundings around you. Are tree branches falling? Are rocks falling? Is there a landslide? Are there animals around you? Make sure, take your AirPods out, take your earbuds out, enjoy the beauty, listen to the natural things around you, listen to yourself breathe. That's got to be helpful. Either encourage you to lose more weight like me or think about, hey, man, I'm in really great shape. Whatever works for you, but just be aware of your surroundings at all times. All right, you guys have a great day. Stay wild. Watch out for cougars when you're snowboarding.